this video, we will talk about the pros and the cons of working at a summer camp in the US. Yes! I am here with Denise. She's from Germany and also worked at the same summer camp as me, but we do have really different experiences, hence why I thought it would be nice to bring her in this video. I have been working as a general counselor, whilst Denise has been a specialist.
For the older kids, I also gave like volleyball lessons when their activity was volleyball, so I wasn't with my kids all the time.
And extra pay for the volleyball lessons.
That's true.
Which is one of the big perks about being a specialist, because you can have private classes. I think we should jump right into the pros about being in a summer camp. The first pro is that you're meeting people from all over the world.
I was really excited to hear that a Norwegian would come because I felt like we would stick together a lot because most people were British. I at least felt connected to.
Yeah,
Sunny.
it's like a different bond. It was a good mix of people from all over the world, which is super nice. And then another huge pro is that you get accommodation as well as food provided for you.
Also, we had a camp doctor, so if we were feeling ill, we could go to her without like paying hospital fees.
Which is really nice in the US.
Yeah.
We got to experience the American culture.
The missing of it rather, but sure.
We kind of got to see like the depth of what a camp really is. You really kind of have to be here to understand what it's really all about.
I'm not even gonna lie, I really expected the food to be a lot worse. I was pleasantly surprised.
We were kind of good with the food.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
people hated it,
Oh,
but Denise
yeah.
and I were like,
this is actually really good. Speaking of American culture, when the Americans came, I was very surprised by how they greeted others because the Americans are very huggy people and I'm not used to that. During my time here, I did turn
into
a
a
lot
hugger.
more into
And also with American culture, you could see how they really made small things
huge
things.
Yeah.
They hyped it up so
they
much.
hyped up Oreo pie a lot, which is
Yeah.
like a dessert here. Wasn't that good. It was fine, but it wasn't that good. It was not worth the hype.
They had songs for everything.
Yeah, and they
Build
always
that
spell
fire a little higher.
And every chant they had, they spell. They
Yeah.
spell everything.
It's horrible
I
for
could
someone.
not keep up.
No,
Yeah. Can't
I
even
shouldn't
spell in
participate.
German.
No.
Can't spell in English for sure. Basketball was a huge thing here.
Sports in general.
Sports.
It's so different to actually
Yeah.
experience it.
And I started to care as well. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
throw
we-
that
we-
ball. I don't even know the sport.
I don't even know the rules, but you know. Next pro is that you will grow as a person.
You go through huge character development here because you get confronted with situations you wouldn't have before, and you get into a lot of very stressful situations, but it also gets to your strengths and weaknesses. You get to know yourself better a lot.
Not only with the kids, but also meeting the American way of doing things. A lot of new impressions all at once.
Yeah, the kids here are very, very, very woke. They were really open about everything. Like, I had a transgender kid in my division as well, and nobody cared. Like,
Nobody
at
cared.
all.
Yeah.
And everybody had their quirk, and nobody cared. But back to American culture.
Yeah.
So much drama. So much drama. Basically, every high school movie, the rumors, the gossip, it's exactly like that. But sometimes it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because you never get a break.
Also a big pro about coming to camp is that everyone that came and worked here, we just felt like a family within
That is
like a
so
few
true.
hours. It was insane.
Especially the internationals.
You just click so well. It's just such a safe environment
Yeah.
without knowing anyone. That's quite rare, and we definitely found that at this camp.
The last pro is that your English definitely gets better, like way better. You get way more confident in speaking because you have to, especially if you're like from Norway or Germany and nobody else is from here, so you can't speak your native language.
You kind of start to get the slang and the hang of it, and then you can start to make jokes in English, which I found so hard.
That's like a good way to go to the con list because it is like good, you get better, but you're really tired. Like, brain gets really tired of translating everything.
You know, when you get mad or frustrated, speaking your native language just comes so naturally to you.
And then they kind of make fun of you for that.
At the end of the day, I'm like, I think I'm doing a great job, and then one kid comes with one comment, I'm like, you know what, I'm out of here.
Yeah. This is a good way to talk about the next con. So all throughout summer, we were it was hard to get out of camp because the transportation here is not the best because we're like in the middle of nowhere.
And that's another thing in America, you're not supposed to be walking anywhere.
Nobody walks, everyone drives.
And it sucks because you don't have a car here, obviously.
You need Uber or Lyft to get anywhere or else you just can't.
So some of the staff got to know their Americans really well.
In my case, it was really great. I had the best American counselors.
I think that's what everybody would like to have, so you kind of had the best American experience.
Most definitely. What about you? Like, another difference from me and you is that since my division was older, my kids were older, I went on a trip. Like, I went to Boston with my kids. I got out of camp and it was like a great week. It was so good. You got to go to Joe's.
That's an ice cream shop. That's another huge thing about camp, is that it's a big difference between lower camp and upper camp, meaning the youngest kids and the older kids. The older kids have so much more freedom, whilst me with my lower camp, we were with the kids all the time. We had so much extra work and no one told us about this. Neither did we have any trips we could go to. We were just staying at the camp, and just be aware of that, guys. If I were to come back, I would have taken upper camp, so the older kids, 100% over the youngest one. And that brings me to another con. As an international worker, you do not know what camp things means.
Yeah.
It's so much camp stuff that all the Americans know, but as an international, I had no clue what half of the things were when the kids wanted to know what was going on, and you were just like, I don't know.
True. And it also makes you less of an authority figure because you don't know how to answer their questions.
Yeah, because you don't really know anything. It's a lot of work for not much money.
The payment we get here it varies a lot. It very much depends on the organization you have, the sponsors you have to come here.
Basically, if you go with one organization, you can get up to $500 less, and if you go with another organization,
even more.
We didn't know that before we came here, and people started talking about what they got paid. And in the first place, we don't get paid much at all. Just knowing that it could differ from almost $1,000. So definitely do your research before coming to the camp.
And everything's so expensive here. Like, everything is so expensive.
Most agency will tell you that you will travel with the money you earn.
Yeah. It won't work.
No, it won't work.
It won't work.
So,
I could not ever.
We've been here for 9 weeks and we only had 4 days off. You don't really leave the camp at all. You're just stuck at the camp.
Because at the first time, it doesn't feel like you need to leave camp, but on the contrary, you want to have a snack. You want to have like gum. Gum is so rare here.
I know.
Like, you have to buy it every time. More worth than money here because you want gum.
The last con, and that is not really fully been taken care of. Thought camp would be more there for you.
One of our co-counselors, for example, she probably broke her wrist. We don't know for sure because they told her to go to the hospital, but nobody would drive her. That leads us back to the last pro we had, actually, is that your character development. Like, you get a lot more mature because you have to take care of things yourself.
The final question is, Denise, would you do this experience again?
I will 100% come back. What about you?
No. Although I learned so much and I met so many amazing people, and I've also seen American culture, so I'm happy I did it. If you're thinking about coming to an American summer camp, please do, because every experience is different.
Yeah, either way you will have huge character development. 100% be worth it. I love that we started the whole thing, us two. Your vlog for America, we started it together, and now we're ending it together. This is the end of our summer experience.
See you next Sunday.
Bye.
Bye.